Hello guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm here giving my match week 3 predictions for the Premier League. Of course, football's back and quite a lot of it already this season. I'm not complaining. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask a big favour from you legends, you viewers. Of course, it's that time of the year again, if you didn't know, for Football Content Awards. Now, I think this year I want to give it a good go and try give a best shot I can of making it through the nomination round. So I'll leave a link in the description. If you click that, and it'll take you to the Football Content Awards page, the nominations page. This year I want to go for the best young content creator. That's creators aged 20 or under. That is me. I qualify for that one. If you could, type my channel name, Tristan24, in that section, and then go to the bottom and submit, of course. Then that is you doing me a massive favour, and I'd really appreciate that. If you could share it around to your family and friends as well, if you do enjoy the content, then it would mean the world to me. So thank you very much if you do end up doing that. When you drop your predictions in the comments, just let me know if you have voted for me, and I can give you a thank you there. Anyway, let's get into these predictions. I know that's what you clicked on the video for. So, sit back, relax, let's go. We start from the Friday night game in London at Stamford Bridge. It is Chelsea taking on Luton Town. Luton didn't play last week. Of course, the stadium's still not ready. As for Chelsea, they did lose to West Ham 3-1. Bit disappointing in that one. You can see, though, Pochettino's team, the identity sort of coming out a little bit there. And I think in a few match weeks' time, they'll be unstoppable. In this one, I am going to back Chelsea for the win. I'm going to go 3-1 to Chelsea. I think it is a very young squad, but a very good squad at the same time. Pochettino, fantastic manager. And I think they'll win here against Luton. Next up, we go down south. We're going to Bournemouth, who take on Spurs at home. Bournemouth this season have been playing some nice football. Of course, they did lose to Liverpool last weekend, but it was a good performance from what I've seen from Bournemouth. Taking on Spurs, who under Ange Postecoglou, I think that's how you say it now, I'm getting used to it. I was really impressed with them against Manchester United. Although Manchester United didn't take their chances on another day, they could have easily lost that one. But it seems to be coming together there for Spurs without Harry Kane. In this one, it's always a good game looking back on the last few seasons. On the scorelines, I'm going for another high scoreline. But I think Spurs will edge it 4-2 at the Vitality. But going back to London now, it's Arsenal taking on Fulham. Fulham, of course, lost 3-0 to Brentford last time out. Very disappointing for them in that one. As for Arsenal, they scraped a 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. Tomiyasu red card. I've seen a lot of people's opinions on that one. Don't quite know what to make of it. Just a bit careless in the end, isn't it? For me, though, in this one, Fulham weren't great last time. Arsenal, one of those sides who can just turn up, scrape results out. Very good side. In this one, I'm backing the Gunners for another win at the Emirates. 2-0 at home. Moving on, we go to Brentford taking on Crystal Palace. Brentford, what a win against Fulham last time out. They started this season very well. A lot of people going into the season thought, without Tony, will Brentford be as good? Brian Mbeumo and Yoane Wissa have stepped up to the level fantastically. Of course, even with Tony, they were good, but they just weren't getting the same spotlight treatment because Tony was just so good. And I think it's really exciting for Brentford for when Tony does come back. How good are they going to be? Against Crystal Palace, who did lose to Arsenal last time out, but only 1-0, it was a fairly close game. In this one, both sides to score, neither side to win. 1-1 at the Brentford Community Stadium. Off to Everton next, the visitors are Wolverhampton Wanderers. Of course, last time out lost 4-1 to Brighton and hard done by on the opening day against Manchester United. Against Everton, who on the opening day should have probably got something at least against Fulham. and last week got destroyed by Aston Villa. I think these two teams will be down there this season, both with leaky defences. I think they'll score 2 each in this one in a 2-2 draw. I was going to back Everton for a win, but I just have a feeling Wolves will get something here at Goodison, 2-2. Moving on, we go to Manchester for Manchester United hosting Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford. Man United last time out against Spurs, I was a little bit disappointed, but they did have the chances. Bruno Fernandes missed a fantastic opportunity. What a ball by Luke Shaw into the penalty area for that one, by the way. As for Nottingham Forest, of course, they got their first win of the season last time out against Sheffield United. They weren't particularly impressive, and that's why in this one, I'm going to back them to lose 1-0 at Old Trafford. I think Forest, they look how they did at the start of last season. They just didn't look like the chemistry was there to begin with. I think it was the first half and a ball come back to Worrell and McKenna and they just clashed into each other and got away with that one. Forest, against big opposition like Manchester United, you don't get away with that. So 1-0 is kind to Forest, but I do think Manchester United will get the 3 points. We're going back down south next. It's Brighton taking on West Ham United. Now, West Ham did surprise me against Chelsea. They do have a decent record against Chelsea at home at the London Stadium. For me, in this one though, against Brighton, who have had 2 wins out of 2 to start the season, they're top of the Premier League. Matoma, by the way, is just a different gravy player. He is so good. Saved my fantasy last weekend as well with a stupid one. In this one, I think Brighton do get the win, 3-1 against West Ham, but I can easily see a draw playing out here. It depends on multiple things, but I'm backing a 3-1. I'll stop waffling there. Next up is the battle of the Claret and Blue. We go to Lancashire for Burnley hosting Aston Villa. On the opening day, that's the only time we've seen Burnley this season. Of course, last time out against Luton Town, that was postponed because Luton Stadium's not ready, of course. We've already covered that. At Turf Moor, returning there. They were really good there last season against Aston Villa, who just thrashed Everton 4-0. I think the final score was something crazy like that. In this one, I'm backing Villa to just edge it. I think they could be like a 93rd minute winner or something crazy like that for Aston Villa against Burnley. Tough game to predict. I'm going 2-1 to Villa. Moving on to an FA Cup semi-final, I'm pretty sure it was last season. Sheffield United against Manchester City. It was a good game in the FA Cup last season. In this one, I'm backing City for a 4-0 win. For Sheffield United, it looks like they're going to land Cameron Archer for just under £20 million. Of course, they did sign Gustavo Hamer as well. But in this one, City to get the win. And we finish off this match week at St James's Park. Newcastle hosting Liverpool. 2 big, massive teams go head-to-head in this one. On the Sunday, I think this one is Sunday or Monday. I think it's going to be an incredible game. Definitely going to be watching this one. For me, though, Newcastle to edge it. They hammered a very good Aston Villa side on the opening day. Of course, Liverpool last time out weren't at their best against Bournemouth. McAllister's red card has been overturned. In this one, though, Newcastle to get the 3 points. 3 goals to go with it in a 3-1 victory at home. Well then guys, they are my Match Week 3 Premier League predictions. Hopefully you've gone on to enjoy the video. If you have, drop a like and subscribe. Vote for me in the Football Content Awards if you have enjoyed my content over whatever time period you've been watching me for. Drop your comments in the comment section down below. Of course, I update the prediction league after every match week. And I think I've covered all bases there. I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.